Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Chris Nelson. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Educators hit the streets tonight asking for improvements in local education. Also tonight, a shirtless man steals $13,000 from a Garapan wedding shop and then is rescued by police. And a new home made off-island is put together on-island, and move-in day could be tonight. In sports, early birds flock to Bonsai for the Gecko 5000. Run for your lives. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
48 hours. That's all we get in a week. But those 48 hours, we try to make them last forever. How? By filling them fast with all the right stuff. With a lot of laughter, a little drama, some adventure, and a whole lot of love.
Dad, Mom's here.
It happens pretty quick.
Bye, Dad.
But it's cool. Because the rest of the week, we talk about our plans.
You want to go to the beach?
On how to make the next 48 hours last us a lifetime.
Bubblegum Shrimp Company opens daily at 11 a.m. Located on Beach Road in the heart of Garapan.
Hafideh Tirwami, and good evening, Commonwealth. It is the first day of October 2019. A group of concerned educators from all over the island have come together to demonstrate their support for education. The group, calling themselves CNMI Ed, has 146 people who have signed up for the event. Sally Lemus at that gathering just moments ago.
We're at Oleai Pavilions right now. Where lots of folks have signs, like just some messaging about things we could do with more funding and just kind of the potential of our education system and just general support for a healthy public education system. We'll be walking together down to Minatsu Matau for like a town hall with any leaders, any elected officials, any Board of Education members that want to show, any administration members that can show. We'll do a little town hall. We have questions submitted, and we'll try and moderate just a really respectful kind of just a dialogue so all of us can learn a little bit better how we can find solutions for a struggling, education system right now. This 1st of October 2019, in support of the hope that an education system here in the CNMI reaches its absolute potential. We believe in the mission of public education and want nothing but the best for our students. We make no political claim at this event and agree to practice respectful dialogue, void of personal attacks. For today, we just wish to raise our concerns and share our pride for education, and carry an earnest hope that we are always growing in our ability to effectively equip and empower the future of the CNMI.
It's an opportunity for all of us to stand behind what the value of education is for our community. We need to be able to invest in it. We need to be able to come through and say, I am willing to pay for it, through my taxes, through my support, through whatever else that needs to happen. We need to make sure that the education process works by good qualified teachers, decent equipment, the maintenance of our buildings and the such. We're making the best we can, but that is not the quality of education that is due for our children, for the future of our island.
Bail set at $25,000 today for a man who was arrested for burglary and theft at a photo shop in Garapan. 31-year-old Newton Marcel appeared in front of Judge Wesley Bogdan today. Now, Marcel was arrested Sunday after officers responded to reports of a theft incident at VV Wedding Photo Shop in Garapan. Police say when they responded, they found several Chinese individuals surrounding the 31-year-old, and they actually feared for him. They say they took Marcel in for his own safety, and then through a translator, police were told that Marcel stole a purse from that store that had $13,000 in it. Officers reviewed the surveillance video of the store, and they saw Marcel entering the establishment and then later leaving with a purse. Police found just over $1,300 on Marcel in his pocket, and when officers questioned him about the rest of the money, Marcel said he did not have it. Suspect did tell police he gave $300 to a man who asked him for money to buy ice, and then he says he went to change clothes to try and alter his appearance before going to play poker. He was caught and surrounded by an angry group of Chinese who identified him as the stealer. He also told police in his interview that he has stolen before. Marcel was booked and taken to DOC, and today Judge Wes Bogdan kept that $25,000 bail that was requested by the AG's office. $20,000 worth of electronics stolen early this morning from PC Bargain Electronics Store in Garapan. Police say a witness heard sounds inside the store and chased the suspect through Garapan into Chinatown. Suspect has been identified as between 5'6" and 5'8", of medium build, wearing dark clothing and wearing a black cloth covering the face, as well as having a black bag. Police are looking for a white Toyota Highlander with the license plate ABZ 116. We're putting that up as a graphic right now. The police say the suspect reportedly got into that vehicle while he was being chased, and they were not able to catch him last night. Typhoon U2 took homes away from many in our community. Today, almost a year after the super typhoon struck our island, one family has a home. They have insurance on that home, and they have walls designed for over 200-mile-per-hour winds. And today they had lots of visitors who wanted to take a look. A local family has a new home today built using a precast modular concrete system designed by N15. Components were made in a factory and then assembled on site. Fred Camacho.
The house from top to bottom is fully insulated. So basically this comes as a kit. All the structural walls that you see were precast and pre-assembled off-site and brought here and basically assembled. The work that was done here prior to that was just the foundation work. Our idea is start with your basic core home and expand. If you have the budget for this now, you can begin here and expand, whether it's using our system or traditional construction. It will work either way because it's concrete.
The homeowners lost their home in Typhoon U2 and say a news story prompted their decision to construct this way.
We've seen Chris Freiling on TV, the owner of N15, and that's what prompted us to check their business. Yeah, and they gave us an offer that is very good and fitting with our budget, and so we decided to give it a try.
And what do you think? Are you happy with how it turned out?
Yes, very strong house.
Typhoon insurance is a key component to financing new construction. Shane Villanueva from Aon Insurance says the last two storms have resulted in a closer look by insurance companies at building practices.
We have to move forward from having homes that are made from tin and wood. It definitely helps people to be sustainable. We've learned that it's affordable to have a concrete house. With less workers, especially with everything that we've been doing with the construction industry, to work with these type of homes. And you'll see that in the future that this is going to be something that will continue to grow here.
Nick Gross lost his home in Typhoon U2, and he attended the showing today.
Well, we're still kind of trying to figure it out and move forward. We're renting a place in Dandan in the meantime, but we're looking to get our feet back on the ground and trying to figure out how to do it without having to do a 3-year build and those things. And so I think that this is a great option.
The home is 3 bedroom and 2 bath. N15 currently offers 4 models ranging in size from 609 square feet up to 1,550 square feet. Prices range from $85,000 to about $198,000 depending on the on-site work that is required. When are you planning to move in?
As soon as this the ceremony and they give me the key, then I'm moving in. It won't be furnished yet, but you know.
So does that mean today?
Most likely tomorrow, yeah.
Emotions took over this morning as we honored those who we've lost, those who have survived, and those who never stop offering their services to prevent and stop domestic violence.
DVAM is about 3 things: remembering, celebrating, and connecting.
According to Coalition Director Maisie Tenorio, that is how we should honor Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The proclamation was signed by the Governor and the Lieutenant Governor of the CNMI, declaring throughout the month of October to memorialize those whose lives were taken due to violence in relationships, to celebrate progress victim advocates have made over the years, and to connect with one another with a true sense of unity to end domestic violence. This year's theme is Survivor Strong, which addresses the resilience and courage survivors possess to call their situation home.
What people don't understand is that it takes a lot of strength to stay, and oftentimes victims of domestic violence stay because they're afraid. They might stay because of love. They may stay because of their children. They may leave because of their children. There's a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation about why victims stay in abusive relationships. So our message this year is to really honor that strength, to really encourage our community to recognize that we have to support the choices that survivors make.
During the event, they presented the 2019 Bridge of Light, which recognizes the service providers and volunteers for their hard work and passion. This year, the award was given to Vivian Tenorio Sablon, an administrator of the Division of Public Youth Services.
Calls increase around Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We know that people are talking about domestic violence in a way that they've never done before, and we know that more survivors are reaching out for help. But that, we don't know how many more survivors are out there. Because this crime is so unreported, we know that for every victim who's reaching out, there's still so many out there who are not.
Last year, 239 calls were made to DPS reporting domestic violence. The Office of the Attorney General prosecuted 73 cases. However, many victims are still out there suffering silently as this crime remains mostly hidden. The proclamation finds that domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior that one uses to control their partner, and it is a crime. But all of us have the ability to empower victims and survivors by listening without judgment and reminding them that they are not alone. Reach out when you're ready and call any of these support services. As we remember the victims and families of domestic violence, today we share the light.
All right, thanks, Sally. Coming up, souped up, tricked out, and chopped, a Carfest gives these owners a chance to show us what they got. That and more after the break.
Get the phone plan you're looking for at IT&E. Stay connected with the strongest, widest, and most reliable network in the Marianas. Stream, share, play, shop, and surf the web with super fast 4G LTE data. Whether you need just a few gigabytes of data to get by, or if you want to go further with unlimited data, there's a plan for you. You'll always get the best price. Visit any IT&E store or call us to learn more. IT&E. Explore your world.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust. Welcome back. You're watching the Tuesday night edition of the Channel 2 News. A U.S. congressional delegation visiting the CNMI will also stop on Guam to discuss veterans issues. KUM News has more.
Buenas CNMI, here's your Guam news update. A Veterans Town Hall meeting on Guam. There is no official word from our congressional delegate, but the governor says they've been reached out to for help.
A congressional delegation coming to Guam to look into veterans issues on island. But no official word from our congressman, unless you count a Facebook post from Saturday. The CODEL includes House Veterans Affairs Committee Chair Congressman Mark Takano and Republican American Samoan Delegate Amua Ratawagan, among others. Governor Lulian Guerrero says Congressman Michael Sinicolas' office has reached out to the administration for help in securing a place for a possible Veterans Issues Town Hall featuring the congressional delegation on Friday.
We're pretty excited about it since it's going to be about veterans and Veterans Affairs. And so we got notification from the delegate's office, Sahara, asking us if we could help them in providing the venue for the town hall meeting. So we'll be doing it here.
And here is Government House in Agana Heights. House Manager Andrea Finotnia telling KUAM News she's been instructed to work with the delegate's office to secure the venue for Friday. A source familiar with the CODEL telling KUAM News the delegation will arrive on Guam Friday morning and leave less than 24 hours later on Saturday. From there, they're scheduled to go to Manila and then return to Saipan for 2 days. Meanwhile, CNMI delegate Kalili Sablan on Saturday announced a date and time for his Veterans Town Hall with the same CODEL. Sablan posted the news on his official Facebook account. A Veterans Listening Tour will be held on Saipan Monday from 9 to 11 a.m. at American Memorial Park. The governor entertained a visit from Veterans Affairs Secretary Robert Wilkie recently, and she says she'll use the opportunity to follow up on concerns she expressed on behalf of local veterans with visiting congresspersons.
I'm certainly going to really advocate for a veterans center here where we can process benefits and eligibilities and so forth right here and then off to DC. So that would be expedited and it also be more efficient for our veterans.
Congressman Sinicolas had posted on his campaign Facebook account that the visit of a Veterans Affairs Committee chair was the first of its kind for Guam, but it is not. The former Republican House Chair of Veterans Affairs, Congressman Jeff Miller, came to Guam during former Congresswoman Madeline Berdallo's term in 2013. Sinicolas has since deleted the post that said the 2019 visit was historic and replaced it with a post that said the visit was the first of its kind in, quote, nearly a decade. It's no secret the delegate and the administration have been at odds on several issues, but the governor said when it comes to veterans, there's no time for squabbling.
There's no room for conflict or controversy in that situation.
We sent emails to the congressman to get more information about the potential town hall for veterans so we could pass the word along, but Delegate Sinicolas doesn't respond to KUAM News. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
AdLoop says the congressman's office has requested the government house use from 5:30 to 7 on Friday. If the visit holds through, it will mark the first trip to Guam for Sinicolas since allegations of campaign finance abuse and an alleged affair with a mistress who was eventually hired as a staffer by a delegate were raised by his former chief of staff. Check out KUM.com for more.
Thanks, Jason. Mariano's Business Plaza parking lot was full Saturday, filled with tricked-out cars, trucks, and motorcycles. It is tonight's Sights and Sounds.
Did you see that Dodge Charger? Ah, sweet wheels. All right, coming up, the Center of Local Sports faces an uncertain future. One thing is for sure, KSPN2 Sports is next.
Faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
As the world's global temperature increases, sea levels are rising. The warmer temperatures cause ice on continental shelves to melt and seawater to expand. We are especially vulnerable because sea level doesn't rise evenly around the world, and it will actually be higher here in the CNMI. Already our shorelines and low-lying areas are experiencing coastal erosion and landward flooding during severe storm events. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. There are plenty of things we can do now to prepare for these changes. We can elevate buildings and build further away from the shoreline. Planting beach morning glories and mangroves will reduce coastal erosion. Healthy coral reefs protect our shorelines by buffering against strong waves from severe storms. We can also make an emergency plan to use with our families in case of severe weather events. Climate change is scary, but with an informed CNMI, we can work together to reduce our risk to these changes.
Hi, I'm Nell, a certified ophthalmic assistant here at Mariana's Eye Institute.
Those lucky enough to not need glasses growing up generally develop a need as middle age approaches.
So even though you've never worn glasses all your life, you should expect this to happen to you when you get into your middle 40s. It's treated with reading glasses.
These type of glasses can sit comfortably on your nose, so it's easy to see over them.
And there are people that have needed glasses all their life that then get into something that we call bifocals, so they can see in the distance with glasses and up close for the reading part.
This has been Dr. Dennis Williams of the Mariana's Eye Institute.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, without any budget infusion, the OLEI Sports Complex will close at the end of October. Well, after that, it's anybody's guess what will happen. No money. The new fiscal year comes with zero funding for the OLEI Sports Complex. Northern Mariana Sports Association member Elias Rangamart told KSPN2 Sports yesterday that the Atta Gym will remain open until the end of this month. Another NMASA member, Nick Gross, says after that, who knows what's going to happen?
It's so hard to say right now with funding sources and different things. I know the budget's been released and there's been some key components left out of that budget, currently speaking. But I think that there's a lot of different people that aren't going to go quietly in this one, and it is such a fixture for Saipan and the CNMI in general. With our hosting of the 21 mini games coming up. With the SCORT project right now going on, and with some FEMA funds that are going to become available.
While the facility is in need of short-term renovation right now, there's also some long-term consideration to the complex, which was constructed almost 40 years ago.
We've got some really wide-ranging ideas on how to redevelop that area into a more comprehensive sporting facility that is updated, that we can really be proud of again, and hopefully that includes a pool and possibly some tennis courts and some beach volleyball across the street and stuff. And so I'm not specific on exactly what's going to happen, but I'm in the let's generate some ideas. Let's think big, and that's kind of a fun process right now that I hope we can collectively work through, and hopefully sooner rather than later.
Some people look forward to sleeping in on Saturday mornings. Not KSPN2 Sports. We don't sleep. Dawn cracked like a soft-boiled egg over Bonsai Cliff. Many people here have never enjoyed the tranquility and serenity of a Bonsai Cliff sunrise. Now you have. Two giants of local sports are regulars out there.
Legends. Blast from the past. Legendary status. They achieved that a long time ago, so they're post-legendary.
It was so early in the morning, this person misplaced their T-shirt, couldn't find it. Oops. There it is. Most people hang their clothes in a closet, not that person. Runners saw the sunrise just before the start of this Gecko 5000, a 5K fun run sponsored by Saipan International School.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Jinju. Hey, she's beating you guys. You better hurry up. She's way ahead.
Oh, he thought this was a costume contest. No, just a normal race. Runners had to share the road with bikers who were in the cancer awareness ride. And at least one of those bikes was electric.
Is that street legal?
Yes, it is.
Is it race legal?
No.
6:30 in the morning, Bonsai Cliff already jam-packed with weekend warriors.
What's going on here?
No, I'm waiting for them to do the turnaround over here. So it's just that our events coincide to the same day.
We have about 100 students in the competitive Gecko 5000 race that counts as a qualifier for NMA, and about 140 fun run participants as well.
Formerly called the SIS 5K, now it's the Gecko 5000.
It's been going on for longer than me. When I came, it had been canceled because of Pseudolore, and so Miss Millie's been bugging me for the last few years to bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Last year we did the Gecko 5000 as an invitational, cross-country invitational, and so this year she said, hey, why don't we combine the two events? So there we are.
The overall winner, Kobe Shenchuan from Agape Christian School in 19 minutes, 46 seconds. 23 seconds after that, Ku'u Nishimura from SIS went on to edge his schoolmate Ken Song, last year's winner, for second.
21:06.
Geckos took first and second in the girls' division thanks to Tiana Cabrera and Sophie Osnach. And after the race, runners could go back to sleep wherever they could find a place to lay down.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym Team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
Watch the Visitors Channel online, on time, anytime at saipantv.com. Where to go, what to see, what to do. Restaurants, spas, activities, and culture. It's all in one place, in high definition, on your mobile device. saipantv.com. Check it out. All right, today's high 88, the low 78. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, north winds, light, high 88, low 78. You hear that before, huh? Seas 3 to 5 feet. Sunrise 6:06, followed by a sunset, also 6:06. We have the equinox spread over 2 days here on Saipan.
I like that, 2 days. I was thinking you were going to have...
Twice as good.
Yeah.
More special.
I like the Gecko 5000. It sounds
so
intimidating.
Much better than a 5K. What'd you do last weekend, honey? Oh, I did a 5,000.
Nice. That is Tuesday's news, sports, and weather. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Good night.